Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Happiness Hub. I am Marianne Rouse, your gratitude consultant and your guide to building a life filled with abundance, freedom, and yes, plenty of smiles along the way. If you are new here, welcome. And if you've been riding the gratitude wave with me for a while, I am so glad that you are back. You already know that we talk about real life tools, stories, and mindsets that help entrepreneurs and solopreneurs like you attract more of what you want while still honoring what really matters: your time, your health, and your joy. Today we are for episode number 76. Woohoo! We are diving into something that affects everyone, no matter your income level, how many vision boards you've made, or how much success you have already achieved. We are talking about negative thoughts and how to use gratitude to reframe them so they stop draining your energy and start fueling your growth. And here is the spoiler alert: gratitude is one of the fastest mindset resets available to us, and it's free. Let's begin here. Negative thoughts are normal. Your brain is not broken. You are not failing. You are simply human. As business owners, we carry a heavy mental load. We're constantly calculating, forecasting, strategizing, and sometimes catastrophizing. Ever caught yourself thinking about something like, why is this taking so long for people to say yes? Or maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Or everyone else is doing better than me. Or I should be further along by now. Yet, yeah, I've been there more than once. And those thoughts are sticky. The more you focus on them, the more they snowball. And suddenly, your day's off track, your energy is drained, and your confidence has taken a hit. But what if you had a tool that could interrupt the spiral? That is where gratitude comes in. So, here is where we bring in the science. I want you to meet Dr. Joel Wong and Dr. Joshua Brown, two researchers from Indiana University who ran one of my favorite gratitude studies, and we've talked about it a number of times already. But they studied 300 adults who were seeking mental health support, mostly for anxiety and depression. These folks were already struggling with negative thoughts, and they were ready to try something new. So here's what they did. They divided them into 3 groups. Group A wrote a gratitude letter once a week for 3 weeks. They didn't have to send it, simply write it. Group B wrote about their thoughts and feelings related to stressful experiences. And then Group C didn't write anything at all. Now, here is the fascinating part. 4 weeks later, the gratitude group had significantly improved mental health, not just felt a little better. They had fewer negative emotions and improved outlook overall. And even 12 weeks later, those benefits were still showing up in brain scans. So see, I told you, we're getting nerdy, right? So the gratitude writers had more activity in the medial prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that is responsible for emotional regulation, empathy, and decision making. In other words, they trained their brains to handle negativity better just by practicing appreciation. How cool is that? Now let's bring this to life with some real story. You might remember Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. His enthusiasm was contagious, and his love for animals was unmatched. But what you may not know is that Steve often faced criticism. Critics accused him of being reckless, showy, even exploitative. Animal rights organizations publicly slammed his approach. But Steve didn't let the criticism sink him. In interviews, he always returned to one thing: gratitude. Gratitude for the animals, gratitude for his family, gratitude for the opportunity to educate the world about conservation. Even when the media mocked him, he chose to focus on what he loved, not what hurt. That gratitude kept his spirit alive, even in the face of negativity. It let him reframe judgment as feedback and turn rejection, I can see the word, rejection into redirection. And that is the mindset magic. All right, are you ready for another example? Let's talk about Issa Rae, actress, producer, and creator of the hit series Insecure. Before HBO came calling, Issa was just a woman making awkward comedy skits on YouTube. She pitched shows to networks and got turned down again and again. She was told she was too black, too awkward, too different, too online. Some people wouldn't even give up. But Issa, she chose gratitude. She stayed grateful for her small YouTube community, grateful for the creative freedom that she had, grateful for the chance to speak in her voice instead of someone else's. That mindset didn't just keep her afloat, it kept her authentic. And when the world finally caught up, she was ready. The journey shows us that gratitude isn't just about feeling better. It's about staying aligned with who you are and what matters most. So let's bring all this back to you. Here is a simple 5-minute tool that I like to teach. It's called Reframe Routine, and it helps to stop negative thoughts in its track and turns it into an opportunity. So first, you want to identify the negative thought. Call it out. Be honest. For example, no one is responding to my offers. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. All right, so there you call it out. Second step is take a breath. Literally, inhale, hold, exhale, reset your nervous system. You can do the block breathing. If you're not sure what that is, we can talk about it another time. But it's basically inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding, inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding. And you can do it in like 3-second segments for each little piece, and as if you're going around a block. Okay, so that's taking a breath. And then number 3 is I'm going to ask you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for in this moment. And they don't have to be massive. It could be, I'm grateful that I have Wi-Fi. I'm grateful for the person who said yes last week. I'm grateful that I'm learning how to show up more confidently. Yeah. All right. So that brings us to step number 4, which is reframing the thought. From no one is responding to I'm still learning how to attract the right people, and I'm grateful I get to improve every day. And then the last step number 5, is to say it out loud. I want you to claim it. Speak the new thought. Say it with intention. This helps to anchor it in your nervous system. All right, so are we ready for a little bonus for our entrepreneur friends? Because I know some of you are entrepreneurs, but not everybody. So this is for all my entrepreneurs that are listening. If you are launching, if you're selling, If you're leading a team, here's a ninja level up gratitude tip. When you are about to write a post, record a video, or hop on a Zoom, take 60 seconds to write down who you are grateful for. It could be a client, a friend, a mentor, or even the person who inspired your offer. That gratitude energy will carry into your message, and people feel it. Even through a screen, it attracts connection, it softens your sails, and it shifts your vibe. Try it. You will be amazed. It's like when you pick up the phone, something that we always used to teach. I don't know if it's been taught anymore, but we always used to teach. Look at yourself in the mirror and smile before you even pick up the phone. That's the same thing with gratitude. If you focus on gratitude before you make those posts, record that video, or hop on that Zoom, it is going to shift the energy and you are going to be amazed. All right, let's do a quick recap of today's goodness. Negative thoughts are normal, but they don't have to control you. Gratitude helps to rewire your brain to find solutions instead of spiraling. Real people like Steve Irwin and Issa use gratitude to reframe criticism and rejection into purpose and alignment. And then we also talked about the Reframe Routine, which gives you a simple, practical way to shift from stuck to centered in under 5 minutes. And most importantly, gratitude keeps your mindset aligned with abundance. And here's one thing that I want you to take away from today. You get to decide what story you are telling yourself. And gratitude makes it easier to choose a story that helps you grow, not hold you back. And if this episode lifted your spirit or gave you something useful, I'm going to invite you and ask you to go ahead and subscribe to the Happiness Hub so that you don't miss a beat. And if you know someone who is stuck in a funk, share this episode with them. Gratitude is contagious, and you never know who might need the reminder. So, beautiful souls, I see you. I appreciate you. And I believe in the business, the mindset, and the abundance that you are building. So until next time, a hui ho, toodle pip, and aloha.